So I think from now on we're going to implement the I don't give a goddamn flip strategy. Sorry, you can't swear in the first 30 seconds of a YouTube video, otherwise get demonetized. So, we've basically had the same thing over and over, right? Our liege has taken over, or we've lost the election, or things have happened, essentially, that has led to the Republic just being absolutely trashed on a constant basis. We're not playing as the particularly great character right now, either in terms of stewardship, so our money income is actually very good. Well, I was going to say limited a little bit, but still pretty nuts. I guess it's because we control more land directly, but regardless, here's the plan, right? Oh, it's been 35 seconds, we're good. This is what I call the fuck it, we'll worry about it later strategy. Nope, didn't mean to do that. We're going to borrow all the money we can from moneylenders. We're just going to borrow everything. Every last penny. We're going to go to Toledo. We're going to upgrade the shit out of it, give ourselves as many troops, or maybe we want to do it to our actual house or something like that. We'll focus on the house first, because obviously that's guaranteed to stay in our family. So something like Grand Palace, right? Levy size plus 40%, go for some troops, go for things like that. Upgrade Toledo as well, which is our unofficial capital. Let's also get, oh god, a better steward. Although Station Master Zwentebold of Hell is the greatest name I've ever seen in my whole goddamn... Oh, Prime is good, huh? Oh, Prime is just us, but better in every way. Prime Liberty has the same education, but he also came out Siege Leader and Brilliant Strategist. He's prodigy, shrewd, brawny, and patient. The only downside to him is obviously he has syphilis, which is a little bit of a pain in the ass and everywhere else. Yeah, no, that sucks a lot. But anyway, we'll get him overseeing construction. What has he got right now? Minus 32.5% build time modifier. It's not fantastic, but if we have a word with Brazil as well, who are isolationist. Okay, fuck you, Brazil. I guess... Well, I was kind of hoping we could, you know, take out a load of loans, build things quickly before the malices start kicking in and then deal with it later on. But I guess not. I guess we'll just accept what comes to us. So first things first then, let's build this palace. We need troops. We need a lot of troops because we are the defender of the Republic, and we need troops permanently. Because right now I'm borrowing, you know, 600 gold on average per war, 300, 600 gold, buying a load of mercenaries, and then putting those mercenaries down, and we're not getting anything out of it. So if we take out that same 600 gold and actually invest it into a long-term solution for today's problems, then I think, you know, it's going to solve a lot of shit that we got going on with this playthrough. So, what else do we want? I do want to upgrade the capital, but in hindsight, we don't really have access to much right now because our tech points are so low, obviously because we're just a regular old count. It might be worth upgrading the trade post instead. So what can we go for here? The Merchant Guild Office is probably the best one because not only does that give trade value, it gives tax income too, a flat tax income. So that adds to your monthly balance rather than obviously your, well, everything else from your holder domain tax there. Or I don't know if it shows up on holder domain, does it? Trade income, yes it does. So instead of adding to that, oh god. Prime example right here of why that we need permanent troops. We've only got 500 men. Are you joking? I mean, that actually might be... What are you after? Make Detroit a tributary state. That's fine. What about you? Detroit Embargo War. So none of these really matter too much. Because I've been very careful to build trade posts mostly within inside our own territory there. So... I'm just going to let it burn. I'm just going to let it burn, because honestly, it doesn't affect our... Well, it does. It does affect our income and that type of thing. Look how much... Look at my boy. My lord, begins a note from the Chancellor, Station Master Stanislaus of Hell. Oh no, this is the Station Master of Troubadour, apparently. The writing of your manuscript has come to a halt. We'll say, perhaps I can help. Because we have a lunatic, this has a chance of raising the quality of our work. Sure. We'll just let them lose these wars, because honestly, neither are important. We're already a tributary to someone else anyway, so why not just let it happen realistically? It's not going to cost us anything. It's just taking the money out of our liege's pocket. Who's taking gold out of our pocket, but it doesn't affect it. He still takes the same amount from us either way. So let's just let it burn. I don't mind about that too much. Now, what can we do with regards to our special decisions here? Not going to tell us a campfire story. We're not going to go on any salvage expeditions. I've been wasting a lot of gold on that. And what have we got to show for it? Well, we've got a pair of sunglasses and we've got an engine. And though it is fun to do the whole sort of lunatic machinery thing for a while, we do need to focus on actually getting some gameplay done here as well. So, what are we going to go for? I want to go for the next level of grain farm, and so that we can build a grain mill eventually. Construction installed due to enemy occupation. Thank you very much. We're going to have to wait a while. Does that affect our house as well? No, it does not. Interesting. Okay, well, that's fine. Nothing to worry about there, then. So if you could hurry up and lose these wars so I can actually build the buildings that I plan on building, that would be great. I think we're just going to have to wait for them to siege down everything, aren't we? Let's hope they don't get into a deadlock. So because it's two wars happening simultaneously, if this guy gets enough war score to stop this guy getting 100%, then they're going to be in a deadlock, and this war is never going to end until one of them, until ticking war score kicks in, basically. Oh my god, that actually might happen as well. -92, and he's stuck at that now, huh? What else can this guy siege? He could come back to Toledo and hit our other 2 provinces. You know what? This guy should be able to get enough to end it. Rise of consumerism. We've seen that about 18 different times this playthrough, so I'm not going to read it again. Yeah, no, they're coming back to us, which is not much of a surprise, but again, the sooner this war ends, the better, so I'm not going to try and stop or anything like that. Get out. Come on. What is this one? Okay, so now I believe we are a tribute to somebody else as well. So we are now a tribute to the state of Tycoon Zachary of Michiania. So these guys have taken us... Oh, wait, but we're still under Niagara too? Oh, no, there we go. So they've taken us off of Niagara. So those dirty Canadians no longer have control over us, but instead Michiania. So we were... I mean, we're part of Michigan anyway, so I kind of expect that. We do want to make the Kingdom of Michigan as well. That's one of the goals for... well, that's going to be one of our more immediate goals. Obviously, reform the religion is our ultimate goal here. And become the world's greatest merchant republic. Do we want to repay the loan, or do we just want to keep with the investments? I just think we want to keep investments high. I think just focusing on booming the capital, so we need trade practices and construction level 3, neither of which we're even remotely close to. Oh, God, okay. Amiga Liberty, I need you to go over to... I just want generic tech, so I think we're going to head back over to Charleston for a bit. Just grab... Thank you. Right on cue there. Good. Okay, and we'll see if that gives us any sort of... But, of course, we're getting no natural tech point gains. We're just relying on our Spy Master there to steal tech. How can we solve that? We can build a hospital. Now, that actually gives pretty decent tech point gain. And how many... What are we getting in terms of cash here? 16.59. Oh, my monthly balance has gone down even more. Probably because we've been raided. Hey, nice. Good work. Prosperity of the capital also increasing slightly as well. We've got some military advances there. Debase the mint. Here we go. This is what we're really after, boys. Nice. It's like we're all the way back in the Outer Kings all over again. Okay, so... what am I looking at? We want to get the next level of grain farm. We want to get the next level of capital farm. Seriously? Cattle farm. Sorry, it's my first video of the day, so it's going to be a bit clunky. Bear with me. All right, let's build this cattle farm up. Now, we want to start rigging the election as well, because even if we become the leader of the Republic, we're still better than whoever's in charge right now, and even if we're not the leader, our heir, Game Gear Liberty, is coming out very well. Oh my god, he's already shrewd. Oh my god, he also needs an education, though. Military for you, young Game Gear, and let's hope he comes out. He's got horse, he's got fussy. I mean, he's not going to be great either way, but Prodigy plus Shrewd is guaranteed, what's that, base 8 in all stats. His stats are very good. Sort of land to a burg. We gain plus 150 gold. How long for? It's 10 years. No, I think we can build enough castle tax increases to actually make that not worthwhile. Ooh. Strong claim on the Enterprise of Lansing. What is that? Is that the duchy level title? No, it's not. No, it is not. Okay. That's good, though. Don't get me wrong. That's very nice. And then let's also move this down to Jackson, or Jacksonopoly, as it's apparently called in the year 2718. We'll grab these two. We want to start expanding the actual Republic itself, even if we are a vassal of these guys. Now, the question is, can we, or a tributary, can we declare war on a person who has our liege as their tributary? I'm not entirely sure. I'm going to assume not, but we'll have to test it out at some stage. So these boys now are under... Oh, they're the suzerain of these guys. So we're going to have to take into account about 4,500 men. Oh, God. To be fair, we're not far off that, though. Holy shit, we're nowhere near far off that. Right, okay, upgrade the capital instead. Let's stop upgrading our actual castle. It's okay for taxes later on when we have, you know, when we have a little more tech. But for now... Maybe switching over to the castle wouldn't be a bad idea, or the mansion here. I regret that events have forced me to sully my hands in this manner, but unless you swear not to form new factions conspiring against me, I'll have to spread your unsavory secrets to anyone willing to listen. My little problem must not be revealed, because we have syphilis. Our liege is now using it to blackmail us. Thank you, appreciate you. Okay, not very nice at all. Get the trait brave. I mean, I never understood this event. Oh, of course, we're always going to try and become brave. We didn't, which kind of sucks. Man, we're also arbitrary. This character's not good. As long as Game Gear is on the right track here. Obviously, patient. Oh, he's got patient as well. Did he have that last time? I think he had fussy. So, patient, shrewd, and prodigy are some incredible traits there. Haughty can become proud. Proud is about the only thing we'd really want out of that. Is she proud? I think he's going to get arbitrary, and that will suck a lot. But there's not a lot we can do about that one short of educating him. But, of course, we have arbitrary as well, so that wouldn't help out either. All right, let's stick to building up the capital, like I said. And then, later on, we'll worry about paying our thousands and thousands of gold debt off. Mortis. Let's have you... I don't know, really. I'm going to research cultural tech. I hate doing that. We haven't really got anything better. I'm starting to think my cousin might fancy me. Make a move or it's not appropriate. Why not? Why not? It's good to be the foreman. Great, okay. Welcome to CK2. It's nice that we're right on track immediately. See if there are any marriages available to us. Oh, we can actually marry either of our cousins as well, although one is attractive. Getting Prodigy and attractive in an heir would be very, very good, so why not? Do we want to gain the gold? Of course we do, absolutely, and then we'll go straight back to the mansion and start upgrading some more, whatever gives us the most troops, I imagine. Target range gives us light infantry and archers. That one's pretty good. We've got Palace Archives that gives stewardship +1, levy reinforcement rate, retinue site. Oh, wow, that gives a lot. I actually might go for that then. What else have we got? Scenic Pond for diplomacy, catacombs. Of course, we've got all this usual garbage. Mansion gives tax income and levy size, so I'm going to take that one instead. Even though it's not so immediately useful, because again, it's all based around levy size, but I think this is going to be very, very important for making sure the Republic doesn't keep falling apart the way it is right now. What do you want? Chancellor. When we've got 9 diplomacy, my guy, have you got literally no one better? Sure, I'll allow it. Wait, did they take back Essex and... Wait, we actually got back Essex? Oh, no, wait, it was Lambton that they stole. Okay, fair enough. We're currently at war for the Eleganite Detroiter Embargo War. Fantastic, okay, so this is some Ontarian consumerist. What do you mean? Surely they'd be a big fan of us if we're a republic, then. Seeing as they worship the dollar and all that nonsense. Anyway, the steward comes to you one afternoon. He explains that he's devised a plan to bring in exotic goods by setting up trade route with a foreign round. Excellent. This is great news. All right, let's buy a much... No, I'll hire the crew of bandits. We'll take a roll of that one. Now, I believe we've got decent enough stats here to be able to talk our way through... Oh, wow, we really don't, huh? 9, 16, 13, 12, 9. I was going to say so that we could maybe get through some of these events and talk our way through things here. So we're going to have to obviously spend the most cash. Annoy our steward. They must be stopped. Oh, God. Yep, bitter rivals. I didn't think we would succeed that because our character's terrible. Shit, that would have been so good. At least we get the +2 stewardship. Oh, although it's +1 stewardship because it actually removes the previous +1 stewardship, which kind of sucks a little bit. Is there anything that gives me gold? Cattle has mysteriously disappeared from herds throughout the land. Luckily, my bailiff found the rustlers. Intrigue +2, general opinion -10. I would never take that one in 100 years. Piety +10, kill the lawbreakers. Piety +10, prestige -5. I mean, that one's the only, I would say, bonus worth taking here. So what is that? For a year, we get monthly piety 0.05. That's not even going to add up to a single point of piety. No, thank you. Wow, that's hard to choose from, to be honest with you. They're all terrible. We'll just take the 10 piety. That's a good flat bonus. The other one is sort of deceptively terrible. The Golden Archers. As the new religion of consumerism expands and prospers, High Chairman Edmund has authorized the formation of the Holy Order to safeguard. So we've got the MacDonald Archers here then, huh? Cool. I feel sick already. Good, okay. So what is this religion actually about then? National Mall is held by a secular ruler and can be destroyed or created normally. Oh, wow, okay. So, I assume whoever founded this is the head of the religion as well then, huh? To keep a very close eye on that, because that could get out of hand having a feudal ruler that also controls a religion. Okay, which is going to be us eventually. Well, I suppose a republic ruler. Right, okay, back to the capital then, and this is all we're going to be doing for quite a long time, is focus on building up the palace as much as possible. We need just troops. There's just the raw numbers. I don't really care about taxes too much. We're already getting a good amount of tax, don't get me wrong. But the actual troop count is going to be the really important thing here. What are you? To the heroic Neo Geo. Music to my ears. Let's go for... Do I want to join you on this one? He is the steward of Detroit and the commander of Detroit and the machinist of... Or the machinist, whichever you prefer. Vinny of Birmingham. That has a massively different meaning, I guess, in the UK. Except if I had a guy call himself Vinny of Birmingham, I'd immediately be checking my wallet. Stanislaus, station master of... Where is this, sorry? Troubadour. Welcome aboard. Designated heir. We'll have... Oh, look at him. He's so good. Prime Liberty. Brilliant strategist. Siege leader. But saying that, Neo Geo has very similar. However... Oh, you know what? Neo Geo, I might say, is better. He's got the diplomacy bonus. The only issue is Game Gear is cruel. Wow, actually, that's a hard choice. No, we'll stick with Game Gear because he doesn't have Great Pox, which means obviously that the vassal, our liege can't use that as leverage or anything like that. Plus, it actually means he might live to see the age of 30. Alright, and won't become a lunatic, more importantly. Court shooter. Whoever is patient or diligent, the hiccups have returned. Or anything along those lines. Let's go for... You know what? Game Gear, we'll just let him have it. That, I assume, gives prestige or something, right? Opinion +5 monthly salary 0.02. Oh, no, the coffers. Master at Arms Game Gear? What is a Master at Arms? I'm going to assume that's obviously just an honorary title, then it doesn't affect Marshal or anything like that. Speaking of which, let's sack our Marshal and put actually anyone else on that. I'm going to sack him and put Game Gear on there, and then we'll sack him and put... Oh, I wanted to put the other guy on, but obviously we just fired him, so we'll have to wait a while on that one then. Chief Diviner, Roger, Station Master of Owo, what's this? Owoso? Am I saying that right? If I'm saying these things wrong, I would say correct me, but honestly, I'm never actually going to get it right eventually, so don't bother. Right, let's go for... Oh, maybe we should join something. The Environmental Protection Agency is some sort of, what is this, Devil Worshipper Society? Although most old American institutions were destroyed in the event, one managed to persevere. The Environmental Protection... EPA, okay. Condemning the holy relics of the old world. Why would we do that? That goes completely against the religion. We'll join the Adeptus. I'll gladly fight to prove myself. Now, we do have decent martial. I don't think it really affects duel experience. Skilled Tactician actually gives plus 15, so sure, let's go for it. Demonstration duel, and we walk away victorious. Of course we do. We might as well always be part of the Adeptus if we can join it. There's no reason not to be. It's just, you know, prestige, martial, other bonuses like that as well. There's no downside to it, really. Okay, so, how's the castle coming along? Let's take another look. We're done with the mansion. Any second now. Perfect. Steward light in a smuggler's ring. Incompetent, really? Oh, he's got 14 stewardship. I suppose he is new. You know, I say new, he's 17. New and young apparently mean the same thing in my head. He is 17, so, you know, you can't really blame him too much for that. I kind of want to go for some of the stat boost buildings, just because having Prodigy and Shrewd plus the stat boost building is going to make this guy God on Earth. We could, like I said, though, actually focus on, what have we got there? Morale of armies is pretty good. I'd like to see, or, you know, the Fortified Vault, or even the Wine Cellar for the 10% fertility would be pretty good. I'm going to stick with the any sort of troop count. So we've got 110 light infantry, 110 archers with good commanders. The troop composition doesn't really matter too much. Obviously it does, but with good commanders you can definitely make up the difference. So we'd be able to face some pretty tough foes. So what is our levy size right now? 3,700. So roughly like 3,800, 3,900. Now we've got claims on, let me refresh my memory here. We've got Lansing. Lansing have 1,700 men by themselves, and these guys have 5,000. Oh, God, we're going to need like 9,000 men to take those guys on safely. I mean, we are definitely not cut out as a count to be taking on 2 dukes simultaneously, because that's what it will be. He's a duke who has a decent amount of men, and he is a suzerain of, or has a suzerain who is another duke. Okay, then. We need to start rigging the election. I think we need to start rigging the election, and I think we also need to start killing off a lot of these other houses. So let's sink a lot of gold into this then. When we're upgrading the house, we'll sink the money into the campaign. When we're not sinking, or when we're ahead in the campaign, we'll sink money into the house, and vice versa. Alright, accept May's challenge. With a loud thud, I slammed May's fist against the table, earning a shower of cheers from the other warriors gathered around us. So what sort of weakling are you? She's nobody, is she? May Harris. What sort of weakling are you? Is she going to challenge us to a duel? Nothing. Kind of want to, obviously, do as many of those as possible to increase our personal combat. Open council positions. We need a new marshal, so we want to go for... We'll just go for Orville. I wanted to get the other guy back on board. Who was it? We wanted to make our younger brother, right? Yeah, Prime Liberty. Why can I not put you back on the Commander of Toledo? Is it because I've still fired him recently? I don't know. We'll wait and see. Apparently he has a master builder, though. I have no idea how he got that event. Is that his local build cost or my local build cost? Honestly, don't know how that works. Oh, well. Seems like Catherine Kirkpatrick, the spy master of the Overseer Berwick of Detroit, has been sent to investigate rumors of a plot. Who are we trying to kill? Todrick Packheart. Let's stop that for now. Whoops, I didn't mean to immediately start killing someone else. Better not risk it. What we are going to risk, though, is killing off our current liege lord. So if we can kill you and get ourselves elected, that would be pretty incredible. He's got 85.1%. He's got 5 intrigue, so I'm not too concerned about fucking this one up. Our Spy Master also has 21 Spy Mastery. So let's bring him back to Detroit, and then let's see who we can get on board with this plot. Remus, you get some gifts. Welcome. And that's actually it. Oh, shit. Okay. It's all down to Remus and my Spy Master, then. We're at 116%, and Paula is pregnant, our character's wife. Okay, so we can kill him off at some stage. Just got to ensure that we are ahead in the campaign. I control-clicked that, and it took all of our money out of it. That's very odd. I've never seen that happen before. This guy needs to seriously piss off, huh? What can we do about you? What can we do about this guy so that he is not so influential within the realm? We can't really do much. We could sow dissent, but that won't help. There's nothing we can do. We've just got to outpace him in terms of campaign fund. We could try and get ourselves more prestige. Obviously, being part of the society is going to help quite a lot with that as well. Going out on wars would help out a lot too. We're dead. Wow. shit, I wasn't expecting that. Died at the age of 25 from syphilis. Well, that's what it'll do. Rots the brain, you see. We'll have a new heir. We're now playing as Amiga Liberty. We're now playing as Game Gear. Game Gear is a great character to be playing as, to be honest with you. Brilliant strategist, inspiring leader, prodigy, shrewd, patient, chaste, cruel. Could get rid of that fairly quickly with maybe some rulership focus. There's no ambition to get married in this, is there? They've removed that from the base game because it's basically way too easy to fulfill. Can we find another woman who is a prodigy is the real question. Well, let's take a look here. I'm going to type in prodigy and try and keep this going because this is really the only thing that's keeping our game going right now. Gender, I'm sure we set up a filter, right? Nope. Okay, then. Gender, women, we'll say in prison, preferably not. Married, preferably not as well. Ruler, preferably not as well. And within diplomatic range. Save that as filter 1, right? So we'll never have to worry about that again. She would be great. Her sister is a duke, though, which sucks. She is fantastic, though, in the sense that she is a prodigy, lustful, shrewd, patient, diligent. She's got a lot of good traits. Could we arrange a marriage, perhaps? 300 gold is required for marriage with a noble woman. Now, we still have that loan. Dying does not reset your loan, quite obviously. You can't just take out 300 gold and then kill self. Rust coast is from a nearby rammer attempting to salvage. Let the locals drive them away. Let the locals drive them away. Hey, locals, actually drive them away, though. And let's get everything set back up again. My God, we're dropping like flies in this campaign. It's a little bit shitty, because by the time I feel like we're actually making some progress, we're dead immediately. So, we need to try and keep things stable, and hopefully that will happen. Now, we're playing as an 18-year-old guy. There's nothing wrong with him this time. It's the first character we played as for quite a while that hasn't had syphilis or anything like that. So, fingers crossed that that we'll have him for the next sort of 50 years. Ideally, that would be the perfect scenario. Get him at Detroit. The issue is now we're young, and our age is going to detract from our respect there. So this guy is getting an age factor of 220. We have an age factor of 162. It's not much, but we could also... So for now, I'm going to take some money out of the campaign fund. We've got better stuff to do with this cash thing, so we're not in a position where we can really easily be elected. We're going to have to think like 500 gold into that. That's not worth it. Right, so... let's go with... I'm going to say whatever gives us fertility. So we want to go for wine cellar. A lot of these are doubled up. Palace garden, military warehouse, military warehouse. They do different things, though. Huh. I wonder why. Oh, well, it doesn't matter too much. My liege, the people of Detroit have progressed beyond our own technological level. Did I send them to study tech in Detroit? God damn it, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, well, it doesn't matter too much. Right, study tech, then. Let's go for or designate an heir. Obviously, we'll make Prime. He's a very good character as well. Obviously, a downside is Great Pox 2. Court Tutor, anybody who is patient, diligent, I suppose Prime will do for that, and Master at Arms, which is have Orville. Right, everything is set up. We're in a position where we can carry on. We have a new heir, and a son was born to Neo Geo, and Paul of Toledo named Neo Geo. He's terrible. He's actually got nothing good going for him. You can keep the name Neo Geo. I'm fine with that one. Any sort of, like I said, machining is the, or machines. It's sort of machines originally has now merged into just retro games consoles, which is fine. Let's train troops. So what is our troop count looking at now? So now that we are playing with a character who has better military skill, he's got an actual leading trait, obviously higher martial, is going to affect the amount of troops we've got. We're up to 4,500 men. With our levy reinforcement rate being increased by, oh my God, we're up to 5,000 men now. That puts us in a position where I'm happy to start grabbing some, we need to start fabricating claims again, but we're in a position whereby we can start actually grabbing some stuff. So why don't we take a look at, you know what, Michiana... With their 5,500 men, I think we could take them out. I genuinely think we get some retinues going. We hire some mercenaries if necessary. With our levy size as well. Well, let's just start fabricating claims on as much of their crap as possible. If we can make the Kingdom of Michigan into this guy, that would be incredible. And I honestly think it's possible as well. Man, the troop count is insane, huh? Right, so let's go for... Oh, we can build a lot more trade posts as well. Is there anywhere in Detroit that doesn't have... Or around Detroit without trade posts? Essex doesn't have one. Essex is also part of our realm. I'm going to build one there, just because it will be, even though it's not the most profitable of places, it will be the most stable. You know, these are constantly changing hands. Well, I mean, our promises are too. But now that we're protected by quite a powerful suzerain, I don't think that'll be an issue so much. But these are changing hands and going to war constantly. Hopefully, ours will be okay. Follower of Ogun? Who is the followers of Ogun? Be this guy. Santiera, Afrosyncretic. Roughly translated to devotion to the saints is an Afro-Cuban religion that can be traced back to the Yoruba people of West Africa. Sure, I believe you. So, normally, the Caribbean Empire collapses, but they're actually doing incredibly well this time. So they've grabbed all of the Yucatan there. They've obviously got the whole of the Caribbean too as well, all the way down to Venezuela. The Holy Colombian Confederacy are nuts. They are insanely powerful. Last time I played this mod, they fell apart pretty quickly, but that was probably due to my own influence being Florida. You know, we played as, we started in Orlando. They are gone now. Wow, that's a sad sight, huh? Started in Orlando and then pushed north and kept control of the sort of Floridian province. So we probably have a lot of effect on that, but they are definitely something to worry about because we almost do share a border. They're getting very, very close. Ohio is providing a nice Ohio buffer there. There are a lot of big empires forming. Canada is still an absolute patchwork blanket of states, but besides that, yeah, we're not looking too bad. Alright, my dear Foreman, I've learned there are certain factions within the realm working to undermine my rule. Me? I would never do anything like that. Act of desperation. We refuse this outrageous demand. Of course, I don't mind pissing him off. What's he going to do? Go to war with us? I don't think so with his 1,700 men. Holy shit, we are so powerful right now. The last few episodes have definitely started paying off. This is where we're going to start reaping some of the investments we put down. Right, so we need to move you to build spy network in Detroit instead then. And I'd like to see you dead. So, how do you want to go about that? I mean, we could just save up a shit ton of gold, obviously, and invest it. I would also like some tech points. So let's build a sick house. Oh, no. Let's go for troops. Let's be reasonable here. Who cares about the sick and the poor? Despite the fact that it's killed our past 3 characters. But shh, don't talk about that. Right, let's go for a small castle domicile and start working on that aspect of things as well. Then we're going to head back over to the Republic. I mean, not maxing out our trade route limit is basically leaving cash on the... it's leaving money on the table, right? So anywhere with good economy, I'm going to start building posts in. So we want one there. Oh, man, that cost a lot. I suppose distance is quite significant there. Right, let's... Counselor's content. We're also unmarried still. I should do something about that, shouldn't I? Even if it's just someone who's wise, rather than prodigy, which is the replacement for genius. Anyone new? She's 23. She's also our sister. This is where divine marriage would be incredibly useful. So actually no one else. She's attractive or appealing and a prodigy. Holy shit. She's also the daughter of no one significant. Can we arrange marriage between her and us? Nothing. Arrange betrothal between her and us. Bride price of... Let's save up some money and see if we can't negotiate a marriage. That seems like a pretty decent investment for this gold instead. Mainly because right now, obviously, we're just wasting our stats by not having a spouse or wasting, you know, time that could be spent potentially getting an heir that's decent. I've decided to institute the religious control mandate. Absolutely approve that. No. Please. We've only had a series break from this. And the only reason we had a series break is because we played as a fucking immortal character. What is this rare and different event? Summon the council. Oh, Discord is going to rake me over the coals for this one. A meeting of the minds. Your council convenes to the... Yeah, I've read this event genuinely dozens of times. We don't need to do it again. So the question is, who's our best Chancellor in their respective field? So ideally, we want to do the Marshal one, because we are a good Marshal character. Our Marshal's not bad. So you've got 17, we've got 14, so I'd rather not do that one. You have 20, we have 19. The Intrigue event led by Amiga might not be too bad either. Station Master Mortis has 12, we have 13. I'm going to go for have Machinist Orville organize a search party. Can I deal with another immortal character? People are going to kill me dead. One of those situations where you didn't want to tell the truth in case it would hurt a person, but in the same time, honesty is a virtue. I would want deceitful for the intrigue, I think. Let's try and grab it. We didn't. I'd like to also get rid of Cruel as well. Okay, so we saved up some gold. Let's see if we can't organize a bit of a marriage here. Magdalene is 38. That's a bit of a shame here. Obviously, we can't marry our sister because it's a backward society we live in. She's pregnant. Not that it matters too much, but maybe... What do you think? We'll not consider offer from infidels. Should have really expected that. Man, why can't we marry our sister? She's actually so good as well. Grey Eminence, Prodigy, Shrewd, Paranoid. What about June? Arranged marriage between... arranged betrothal between us and her. No, because infidel. Base reluctance is what exactly? -3. So we could get this guy on the side. If we send him some gold, it might change their mind a little bit. Who is in charge of your betrothal? Or marriage? So it's him. Here's base reluctance -3. We could try and win him over. So let's go to King Don Chad. Great name. Don Virgin versus Don Chad. How do I buy a favor? How do I buy a favor from you? And it would cost us 500. We could potentially force a favor through to get this marriage in place. What's wrong with your wife? Is she okay? What's that on her cheek? I've never seen that before. I don't know what that's supposed to be. Oh, well, that doesn't matter too much. Right, the guards have brought you the most disturbing news. Someone has broken into Leonora's grave. The sick culprit severed Leonora's head from her body and stole it. I'm sick to my stomach. Who could do such a thing? That was someone stolen our mother's head from her grave. That's an entirely normal thing that I would expect to happen. Sure, maybe it was the Master doing some sort of immortality ritual. Alright, new great house, blah, 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 blah. Oh, shit, that means we've probably been given some trade posts. Hey, look at that, 9 out of 12 now, thank you very much. Right, so, let's go back to that guy we were looking at before and mark him as special interest. Right, Don Chad, 44. So how much was it? Like 500 gold? It's expensive, shit. I'm not going to say I believe the stories, but we've picked up some promising information, says Lord Machinist Orville. However, we could do with some more supplies if we're to journey even further. In fact, I would like to spend word to hire scouts in the more distant regions. Well, these are the things we must do for immortality, of course. My god, how much gold? Obviously, it's based on your monthly income, so this is going to be a very... Oh. In spite of all his efforts, he's searched for information on how to prolong the life of his master, turn up fruitless. For God's sake. Useless Orville. Well, honestly, I imagine a lot of you are pretty happy about that. I honestly wouldn't mind getting the immortality event. It feels like it's been a long while since we've had an immortal character. Not that I mind too much, because we have had it a shit ton as well, and it does sort of ruin the whole... Oh my god, having an immortal republic would be pointless. You'd be unstoppable. Okay, in hindsight, maybe that's not such a bad thing for the gameplay purposes. Commander, nope, you're trying to get me killed, my friend. Right, at least now we can save up to try and buy a favor from that other dude, and I think that's how it works. You can buy a favor to force a marriage through, right? Who wants to live forever? Several months have passed since you put out your request regarding knowledge on the increased lifespans. However, no one has come forward, and your council has grown increasingly indifferent about the issue. You will return to your normal life, you suppose, cherishing whatever days you have left. The sun sets and it rises again. Who knows for how long you will rise with it? I wish... Never mind. A part of you will always wonder if you missed something. That's sadness. Commander, not going to happen. To the chaste genius. That's a bit of a backhanded compliment, huh? Oh? Wait. What? A stranger has appeared at your court. She says she will only speak to you, my lord. A servant bows before you, clearly annoyed. You pause. What is this all about? The times are busy in Toledo. You are in the middle of contemplating whether you should have a grand feast thrown in your name or arrange a prestigious hunting trip. There is always someone to impress. You would rather not get involved in the drama of court. You glance at the servant still bowing deeply. Very well. In the main hall, a figure approaches you. A woman named Sesapa. Interesting. I didn't realize this event could still succeed. Thank you for watching. Next episode. Immortality. Oh. Immortality. That was meant to be a lot cooler. I missed the button. Thank you for watching. Let's give a shout out to the insane top tier level patrons who made this series and the channel possible in the first place. A big thank you to Justin Wallace, Harik, Alpha Scuff, Asuna Kirito, Atmosis, Average Gamer 419, Baniel, Sidini, Conspire T, Crazy Pack, Crosus, Escape, Facundo Vasquez, Heydog, Jimbo, Josh Lindeen, Tesla, Michael Mullen, Necrophilim, Palvis Presley, Sean Thornton, Smirtworm, Tom Terror 18, Vacuous Backers, Wolfsen, and Zazzy 7011. Thank you all for your support in the insane tier levels on Patreon. I apologize that we're going to have yet another immortal character. If it happens, it happens. I'll play a bit more reckless though, so we don't end up with being the Immortal Republic forever, because that would be a bit pointless, I think. And a big shout out as well to Gray, Nathaniel Limburg, Llewellyn Thomas, Asaro, Betimus Max, Chris, David Van Diepen, Don, Connie217, Gabriel Van Ders, Gaz, Genji Zerka, Haji Damar, Hancock, Harry McGowan, Icy the Great, Jay Lara, James Barnes, Euron DeVries, John Holiday, Jordan Campbell, Joseph Beard, Justin Plott, Nathan Flores, Matthew, Nick, Panther Pearl, People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, Sir Thor the Swede, Shari, Wolfie, Zico, Adam Person, Sidini, Fraser Brennan, Noah Gallimore, and the Insane Pickle 2. Thank you all for your support.